It's always been about being an all-American father, husband, and teammate.
The Sports Cubicle, Sunday nights, 9 p.m. on WCPT.
Would it be crazy if you packed your bags and left for a week, a month, a year? What if you left for 2 years? What if you were going far away to help in a village on the edge of the Gobi Desert, to teach children and learn a thing or two about yourself? Would that be crazy? Peace Corps. Life is calling. How far will you go?
Chicago's Progressive Talk, WCPT 820, where facts matter.
You are listening to Think Theory Radio.
Hello and welcome to Think Theory Radio, the show that brings you topics outside the mainstream realm of thought and ideas to make you think. And I'm your host, Damian Perdue, your metaphysical guide on this audio ride of radio delights. And of course, I'm joined by Paulie C.
Yo.
Today, the C stands for celebration.
Woohoo!
And that's because today we have reached a milestone. It is the 7-year anniversary show. Live on WCPT 820. And it falls on, we get 2 magic numbers. January 3rd and the 7-year anniversary. 3 and 7. And in the next segment, we'll get into why is 7 a lucky number? Where is it featured in history, religion, spirituality, Vegas, so on and such forth.
Nothing playing. Trying to get your song.
Just like in my mind.
Yeah. Trying to get your song playing.
Would you have to sing it? Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. We did it. We made it, Paul. 7 years. Can you believe it?
I can believe it.
It's been a wild ride. What a long, strange trip it's been.
I know it's like you're not supposed to like openly talk about the technical difficulties, but like, of course, I can't hear anything in headphones. So, So the studio didn't make it with us for all 7 years. But...
It dipped in and out throughout the years.
It did. Yeah, it checked in every now and then.
Yeah, here it comes back.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe by the second segment, you'll have hearing. Your hearing will come back. Are you not? You're not hearing me at all?
No. Well, now I can hear you. Yeah,
okay,
but I can't hear.
Hey-o.
Holy jeez.
Nice.
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
Wow.
No, I mean, in some cultures, 7 is an unlucky number. So so there we go.
Holy.
So what have we learned in 7 years, Paul?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Hold on. That's crazy. There we go.
You good?
No, that's so... Wow, what's doing that? That's so crazy. So, like, I have, like, Q on, and it's like a microphone now.
Interesting. But you can hear okay?
No. We're just gonna ride with this. I don't know. We're just gonna ride with this. We're on the air. Why not?
We did
That's
it.
all that matters.
It's just
we'll let this thing blow up afterwards.
This is what we do, man.
Yeah.
We navigate, we get through, we adapt. We're humans. We survive. We made it through the Ice Age. We can make it through some technical difficulties. We don't have the cool little, what they would use on TV when you have technical difficulties. We can't. Stand by.
Nope. Oh, we're on the air.
Stand by, people. No.
For 7 years we've been on the air, and somehow right now we're on the air.
And we're on the air again, somehow. But it's been fun. 7 years. In all honesty, I didn't think I'd be on the air this long. I'm sure a lot of listeners out there think the same thing. This guy's still on?
Yeah, right.
Talking his crazy nonsense. Talking about quantum physics and astral projection and awesome archaeology and all the different realms and facets of mystical life and trips and travels, frequencies, radio dynamics. A plethora of guests, a myriad of ideas. So where do we go from here? In 2026, the year of our Lord, 2026. I don't know. What should be in store for us, people? Let us know. I am going to get into a little bit of, like I said, why is 7 a lucky number, next segment. And then I have a list of things that happened on January 3rd, this day. Historical things. There are many, many, many things that have happened in history, Paul.
New one to write in the book now.
Yeah, because we survived 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Where should we go? Where should we go from here? What should we do as far as the show?
Whatever you want. You never told me what you wanted to do today, so I guess...
No, I mean going forward on the show.
Oh.
Like 7 years, we made it. Now we got to go forward somewhere. I don't know. Do we go bigger and better? Do we go smaller and worse?
Let's look back on the last 7 years. Let's start there. Okay, so what has changed for you in the 7 years doing the show?
I don't know. I don't know what's changed, like in life or just
anything.
the show itself.
I mean, I'd imagine, the younger Damien going into that first episode had a different idea of what he wanted to do compared to what you do now, even though you've probably have kept it pretty consistent. But is there something, maybe a different way you prepare or a different way that you think about it? Like, are you looking for new inspiration on the show, or would you like to keep it kind of status quo?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. No.
Gotcha. I ask this because I finally set up like a video stream for you with like your logo and stuff.
And it looks great.
Now you're talking about changing everything. And so
I'm changing the name of the show. I'm getting gonna get a new backdrop here.
Don't wheel out the cake yet,
Special
boys.
effects. Speaking of which, he was talking about our YouTube stream. So if you're not following us, check us out. Think Theory Radio on YouTube. There's its own channel. You can check out previous episodes. I have about, I think there's like maybe 40 episodes up now. Some of the best ones. I try to put as many of the featured guests ones up, and then whatever other weird topics. And then going forward from about, a couple months ago when I started it, we're doing each week live on there if everything works. Doesn't always work, but sometimes it does. And check us out if you want to watch us, see our pretty faces streaming live. And also we are still, of course, when all the old podcasts are up on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, all the places that you need to go to find your podcast needs. But I guess if anything that changed more, I think it's more fluid now. I know like in the beginning it was kind of experimental in a lot of ways. I mean, I know I've talked about the history of the show for those that, just started tuning in, or if you're new to the show in recent years, maybe you don't know the history of it and how it started off as a different show, which was called the Empower Hour, that would have been like July 2018, right? Yeah, July 2018. And then I was doing it with co-host Michael, who used to work here, and he departed, left the station, left town. And I started doing kind of different themes than what we were doing. We were going to do more like social justice, music, art, stuff like that. So I started coming up with these different topics. One of the first ones was about if the universe was intelligent. Then I did one about like the human brain as an antenna, and then some about dreams and different ones. And and people chimed in, and people liked that kind of style of radio, and they were happy to hear it on this station. So I continued on with that, and didn't have a title for the show yet. Took a couple months to figure that out and put it together. And then that was January 5th, 2019 was the first episode, which was Science versus Religion. And
Who won?
They're still fighting. Still fighting it out, man.
Overtime?
Yeah, it's like a 13 round, I don't know. Because, science comes, there's a lot of, it's tied together. A lot of the essentially the quest for knowledge and trying to figure out what the natural world was what started religions, and then it branched off into science once the technology got there and you had microscopes and telescopes, and you could see that, hey, look, the planets are actually not crystal spheres or luminary spirits. They're actually
in gaseous concoctions.
and rocky things.
Giant masses that can have things orbit it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Gravity and such forth.
Yeah.
And then we started figuring out a lot more stuff. And now we have quantum physics, and we have electron microscopes, and we have huge particle accelerators, and AI taking over your mind. But so it's been a fun ride, and I appreciate all the guests and all the callers and all the listeners that we've had, and the different iterations of the show, the different guest hosts and different board ops, different people coming in, filling in. Because you weren't on in the very beginning.
No, but
you joined shortly after.
Very shortly after.
Yeah.
I've been with you. The longer it gets, the more percentage I rack up here. You know, I've been with you for like 6.5 years of the 7-year ride.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you were around when we started.
Yeah,
you just weren't working
it's funny
this day.
though, because I guess your first episode was technically my first Saturday working here. So it's kind of the same thing. It's like an anniversary for me in a way.
Yeah. See, it all ties together, man.
Yeah, Think Theory and me at
And Paul
WCPT. Yeah.
And I have been here much longer than that, which is interesting. I didn't like. Time just flies, man. Mm-hmm. If time is even real, it's just a man-made construct trying to enslave our minds, bro. What is time? Like, we had New Year's Eve, right? New Year's Day.
Yeah.
You know that the Gregorian calendar, the one that we follow, because of Pope Greg the Drunkard, that's what they called him. Don't look it up. Just take my word for it.
Pope Greg the Drunkard. Okay.
Pope Greg the Drunkard changed the calendar up, switched it up, and we follow that. The majority of the world almost follows that. But that is the only calendar out of all the calendars, Chinese calendar, Hebrew calendar, Mayan calendar. It's the only one that has no astronomical basis.
Yeah.
It's just random. Well,
Okay.
we don't know. Maybe it was all a conspiracy.
Yeah, I suppose you're right, because didn't they try to do a lunar-based, and it was hard to do, so they try to do a solar-based, but you can't because it's not, you can't exactly do it. I don't know how to describe it, but like, because it's not exactly 365 days. It's,
right.
And it's not exactly 365 and a quarter, because every now and then we got to make up for that lost second, so.
Yeah. But I believe the Gregorian calendar had something to do with when they figured out the concept of zero. And then it was kind of like, oh, well, what do we have all this extra time, what they had before. There was literally a period in like medieval Europe when the calendar would end and then there was just like a month or 2 months of nothingness.
Oh, to live in such a world where that wouldn't matter, right? Oh, my goodness.
They're like, I don't know. This is just the no
when
man's time. When
would they know to start off again? Like
probably like the change of the season,
when the sun rises over the castle at exactly.
Yeah, it was probably something like that. Yeah, for sure.
In the calendar.
So I think it's interesting though that we follow. This is the one that we follow, but it's kind of the only one that's kind of off. It's not synchronistic to the celestial movements. Right, so maybe that's why,
like the sun's trip or the Earth's trip around the sun or whatever. The calendar's close, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of odd though if you think about it, because it's January 1st is in the middle of winter, or not even the middle, but it's like,
when would you start it? Because with Australia, their January 1st is the summer, right?
I would say the. Yeah, I guess you have then you have the kind of different hemispheres because you have a different, summer and winter. For me, I would think spring would be a good time. Like, the first day of spring should be New Year's because it's kind of like renewal things are growing again. But I
Yeah.
guess that's also coming from someone who grew up in the Midwest and Chicago, where it's, you have seasons.
Yeah.
I mean, if you grew up in, Miami or somewhere where it's just hot all year round, I guess you wouldn't have the same kind of
Yeah, I don't know.
feeling.
I don't know. Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting.
I mean, it's still winter in a lot of places in the U.S. where it
Yeah.
normally gets hot. It's like kind of rainy out west right now. And,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or maybe like, the first day of winter, December, 21st or 22nd, whatever it is.
So then,
Start that off.
okay.
I don't know.
That's just,
Just seems like an odd-
arbitrarily there on like December 21st. Happy New Year. We turn the calendar.
Yeah, I guess it is,
And then everything bumps
based
up,
on the
and then,
months.
like, Christmas is no longer the 25th. It's January 3rd or whatever.
Yeah.
January 4th.
When it's all like the Roman emperors,
Yeah.
That's all the months are.
I
That's what they're named after.
So
They're all
wait.
named after like Roman emperors.
yeah.
And then they just, was the one, it wasn't like Julius
Yeah,
was like
what, Julius,
jealous of one of them. That's why they took a day from February. That's like why there's only 28 days in
I
February.
had no idea.
Yeah. For real.
Okay.
It's not, or at least that's what I was told.
Okay.
That's a myth that I believe, that I firmly will promote.
I believe you.
But yeah, so anyway, so it's we're here, New Year, 2026, January 3rd, 7-year anniversary show. And yeah, if you want to give us a call, hit us up at 773.
Nope. In 7 years, you can't even get the number right.
And
Start
look, it's
over.
all so many sevens.
So many sevens.
773 763 9278. That's 773 WCPT. We got somebody on the line from.
So you're going to go straight
Let's
to
go. Let's do it. Let's mystery caller it up. Got area code 214. Who is this? You're on the air.
Oh, wow. Hey, Jeff from Elgin.
Hey, what's going on, Jeff?
Long time off and on listener. I got to admit, I'm out of my car a lot of the time on Sunday nights, so I miss some of the shows here and there. But an observation and 2 quick questions I can take off the air. My observation is, in 7 years, you guys have, I don't know how powerful the WCPT broadcast antenna is, but you've created a bubble 7 light years in size, so you've actually reached like 6 other star systems in the time that you guys have been broadcasting, if you count the brown dwarfs. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Pretty deep. And so you're out there in the universe, broadcasting.
Thank you. I forgot about that.
Barnard Star is just catching like your first 6 months of broadcasting. So think about that. So my 2 quick questions were, why January 3rd? Like what came to pass that made January 3rd your kickoff date 7 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
And then what is the most profound learning or takeaway from the show that each of you guys have found so far that like kind of blew your mind or was an aha moment in the last 7 years?
That's a good
All
question.
right. Yeah, those are great.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
also, thanks for those little tidbits. I didn't even think about that. But yes,
So we're going to have to talk to
we are
sales.
traveling
Yeah,
through the
absolutely.
universe.
Start charging those galaxies for our those far reaches
The
of
other
galaxy,
planets.
yeah. Other planets, yeah.
Alpha Centauri. Are they listening yet? Are they getting us? That's awesome. That is like the perfect little factoid for Think Theory Radio. Like it
for
couldn't
sure.
have been more. Thanks, Jeff, for that kickoff. That was perfect. So January 3rd, it was actually the first day was January 5th, but since, I
We're
only do the show,
observing it today.
we're observing
Yeah,
it today
It's
because
always
it's
like
close
the first
enough.
Saturday in January is always
Yeah.
the anniversary show.
Mhm.
Okay.
And going back, essentially, it was reiterate a little bit. I was thinking of an idea for the show because it was originally in the Power Hour, which was a different show. And then as I was changing it and coming up with different concepts and thinking of a name, I decided I wanted to start off fresh for the new year in 2019. So I figured, well, might as well have it so that the anniversary every year will be in the beginning of January. Kind of new year, new show, new anniversary. So that's why I picked January 5th, 2019 to start off the official launch of Think Theory Radio.
So you're like a mid-season replacement, is what you're saying. Is you're,
I'm like those TV shows that's,
Yeah,
they have like one part of the season, starts in the fall, and then the second part starts in the winter, you know?
No, I'm talking about you're the ones that show up where it's like, yeah, remember that show in the fall? Yeah, that was a weird show.
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, well, that's gone.
Right.
This one is on now. But then it's like, well, that's, like Everybody Loves Raymond, I think was one. I could be wrong, but it's like, like, oh, this is never going to last. And then next thing you know, it's...
And as far as aha moments, that's a good one because
that's a really good question. I've been racking my brain just now trying to think, because there's been a lot of things and it's like, it's come and gone too. When we circle back, but I know like you're really into quantum physics. So all of that is just like, crazy. I'm trying to remember if I was aware of Schrodinger's cat before. Like, I think I remember hearing about it, but then like having Dan Hooper explain it was kind of cool. That's just off the top of my head, just something. But I know there's got to be some sort of factoid that was like, what? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that for me, not necessarily like a moment in particular, but the kind of synchronistic ways that guests have come upon the show that I've found or met guests. And like really interesting people. It hasn't necessarily been the typical like, oh, I'd like to get this person on the show. Let me email them. Yeah. It's been these kind of weirds, So like speaking of Dan Hooper,
people,
right? So like Dan Hooper was a friend of mine, a friend of a friend, right? And we were just talking, and she was like, oh yeah, my friend is a scientist at Fermilab, and he was on Ancient Aliens. And I was like, wait a minute, a cosmologist that was on Ancient Aliens? Like, okay, I need to, I need to get him on the show. And so that was a great moment when I had Tim Ains, who was the UFO investigator. That was a weird one because I met him through, I was buying a new mattress, and the woman that was selling me the mattress, she was asking me what I did, and I told her about the show, and she said, oh, I love that kind of stuff. And, my friend's a UFO investigator. And I was like, wait, what? Okay, give me his info, Another one's like Shane Bugbee, who's the Satanist. He started like the Satanic Church. He was a like really esteemed artist. Yeah, I met him through like my neighborhood cafe. I happen to be wearing the occult style White Sox shirt that you bought for me at the game.
Ah, okay.
Right, okay. The loyal Order of the Pale Hose shirt. Yeah. And he was like, what is that? What is that? I was like, oh, that's a White Sox shirt. And he's like, wow, that's really occult for the White Sox. And I'm like, yeah. And then he was like, I started like the Church of Satan. And I was like, what? All right, you're coming on the show.
He came up, like a Wikipedia rabbit hole once for me, and it was like, oh yeah, I've met him. Yeah, like we dropped him off.
Oh yeah. Another one, Allie Mae, the hypnotherapist, friend of the show,
and we were talking about therapists or like hypnotherapy, or at least hypnosis right before this. Like,
what it was is that we were brainstorming after the show one time, and we made a list of topics, right? And hypnotherapy or hypnosis was like the first one. Yeah. And literally that night, I was out at a local bar in my neighborhood talking to a person I know there, and she's like, oh, you should meet my friend Allie Mae. She's a hypnotherapist. And I was like, wait, we were just talking about it. I even showed her the list. Yeah. I was like, you're coming on the show.
Yep.
So there's been a lot of that kind of serendipitous finding of guests. So I don't know if that counts as an aha moment, but aha in the sense of, wow, this show has drawn people to me that I wouldn't normally have met or had conversations with, and I think that's the best thing for me that this show has done is really open my eyes to a lot of different facets of science, religion, spirituality, archaeology, and just these kind of different people, and being able to have, full length conversations with people that I wouldn't have met, I don't think, in normal life.
Yeah. And now that I think about it, I definitely didn't know that mushrooms have like a whole communication network.
Oh yeah,
like underground. That was
the mycelium network.
The mycelium network is something that I definitely learned here. I mean, and things like that. That's like the tardigrade, like all the different like things that just make you think, and just like all the unique things about our existence.
Yeah.
I think this is, I don't know how I described it, but this is like the nerds table here, where it's like, we're talking about all sorts of nonsense. It's like, you hear about this, you hear about that, check this out.
Well, I think too, it's really like, pushed me to learn more about different topics. If I'm trying to think of a subject or a different topic or a guest, and really, kind of dig in and find, but also trying to find interesting ways to present it as well, you know, so it's not just this kind of, you know, like listening to a teacher talk. It's not a lecture, you know, kind of making it a little more entertaining and find different kind of aspects of something that you might not think of. Speaking of which, I did for today, which is the, you know, since the 7-year anniversary show, I figured, well, let's talk about why is 7 a lucky number?
Why is it? Yeah.
Well, we'll find out when we come back from this break on Think Theory Radio right after this.
This is WCPT telling you how you can shop blue. During Donald Trump's 2024 presidential campaign, and now even, he had his rallies where he poorly danced to the YMCA. Let's take a look at all the musicians who threatened to sue Donald Trump if he used any of their music at his rallies. ABBA, Adele, Aerosmith, Andrew Lloyd Webber, The Animals, Beyonce, Bruce Springsteen, Celine Dion, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Earth, Wind & Fire, Elton John, The Foo Fighters, Free, Guns N' Roses, Linkin Park, Neil Young, Nickelback, Olivia Rodrigo, Ozzy Osbourne, Panic at the Disco, Pharrell Williams, Phil Collins, and yes, that includes Genesis too, guys, The Estate of Prince, Queen, R.E.M., Rihanna, The Rolling Stones, Spinal Tap, Tom Petty, and Twisted Sister. So if you're looking to buy some records or go see a concert, I consider checking those artists out. This has been WCPT telling you how you can shop blue. This is a WCPT Civil Rights Snapshot. In August of 2022, American Airlines hosted the Bessie Coleman Aviation All-Stars Tour, celebrating the 100th anniversary of Bessie Coleman performing the first public flight by a woman of color. Bessie was a phenomenal pilot, but her path to get there was far from easy. When Bessie was 23, she moved in with her brothers who were returning from World War I. Bessie's brothers would tease Bessie because in France, women were allowed to fly planes, something Bessie could not. Determined, Bessie applied to several flight schools across the country, where she was declined for being a woman and being of color. Remembering what her brothers said, Bessie taught herself French and applied and was accepted to the Caudron Brothers School of Aviation in France and received her international pilot's license in 1921. Coleman traveled the country giving speeches and demonstrations, refusing to speak anywhere that was segregated. Sadly, in 1926, due to a loose wrench stuck in the engine, Bessie followed the plane to her death. Bessie's death was tragic, but it shows that even in 2022, her legacy still lives on. Please stay vigilant about our civil rights. The fight is never over.
Because facts matter. You are listening to WCPT 820.
Welcome back to Think Theory Radio. This is Damien, and today it is the 7-year anniversary show. And if you want to give us a call, hit us up at 773-763-9278. That's 773-763-9278. And I was thinking about it. We did this actually for the 3-year anniversary. We did what the power of the number 3, why was the number 3 lucky or considered spiritual or mystical. So I thought, well, 7, everyone thinks 7 is a lucky number. Well, not everyone. There are some cultures that view it as an unlucky number, but for the most part, I'd say 90% of the world and in history, it's more of a lucky number. Even if you go to, you go to Vegas, they have the slot machines. You want to hit that 7, right? Interestingly enough, even I had a little like a weird 7 coincidence on the way up here. Stopped off at City News Cafe over on the Cicero, Milwaukee over there, and got some tea and a little mushroom kale pie. And the guy had warmed up. He said, well, that's going to be 7 minutes till it's ready. And then I asked him what the code for the bathroom was, and he said it was 7777, 5 7s, the law of 5, 23 skidoo, people. So 7. If you're
So it was, there's something about Mary where it's like, no, 7 minute abs.
Well, like in across like the major religions, 7 appears in all kind of places. You have in Hinduism, you have the 7 chakras, the 7 sages, the 7 sacred rivers,
7 samurai.
7 samurai. I don't think that's in Hinduism, but yeah, it's 7 samurai.
The Magnificent 7.
Magnificent 7.
7 samurai.
James Bond, 007.
007.
In Christianity, you have the 7 days of creation, 7 deadly sins, 7 virtues, 7 seals in the book of Revelation. In Islam, you have 7 heavens, 7 earths. Pilgrims circle the Kaaba 7 times during the pilgrimage to Mecca. In Judaism, you have the menorah has 7 branches, and the Sabbath is the 7th day. Buddhism, after Buddha's birth, he takes 7 steps, and then the lotus flower blooms beneath him. And in philosophy, you have the Pythagoreans called 7 the perfect number because it was a sum of 3, the spirit, and 4 for matter, the material world. And in a lot of Eastern philosophies, 7 reflects the stages of inner growth towards higher consciousness. In the Kabbalah, 7 is the spiritual energies, the 7 spiritual energies that manifest into the physical world. And you got Greek Vedic, different 7 represents completion, ascent, and connection. And then even, check it out, even in nature, right? You have 7 colors in a rainbow, 7 continents, 7 seas. The moon's phases change every 7 days. Your body regenerates on a 7-year cycle. 7 musical notes in a scale.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Let me see. In your brain.
There's more than that, but I guess they divided them by 7. I guess I don't know.
Well, yeah, because then you have the little. But there's the started off with the 7. In 1956, psychologist George A. Miller published a famous paper, The Magical Number 7 plus or minus 2. His finding was that most people can store 5 to 9 items in their short-term memory. And that's why early phone numbers were just 7 digits before area codes, because it was easier to remember.
Okay.
Advertisers, educators, storytellers often use 7-part structures because that's what your brain likes. There's a list of 7.
We're missing like the most important one. Best of 7 series, right?
There you go. Yeah, the
game,
best of
game 7 of the World
exactly.
Series, yeah.
Best of 7 in World Series baseball, but also in
basketball
and
hockey. Yeah.
You have the 7 wonders of the world. You have 7 Horcruxes in Harry Potter, if you're a Harry Potter fan. 7 Samurai by Kurosawa. 7 liberal arts in classical education.
Okay.
We have 7, we already said the 7 deadly sins, 7 virtues. So there, there's
the 7 Henrys that came before Henry VIII. I don't know.
Sure, why not?
Man. Think about it.
Yeah, totally. Let's see. We have 7 stages of a butterfly's life cycle.
Okay.
As a prime number, 7 plays a crucial role in mathematics, including its representation in the Fibonacci sequence and its significance in probability games.
We talked about this, yeah. I think, as of right now, you were saying the Fibonacci sequence works for the Premier League in terms of titles won. Yeah, but it'll change after.
It'll change, because mathematically couldn't go again for like however many years.
Oh my
I think
goodness,
it restarts now, right? Because
I mean,
and that was your team that won
we
it.
We would need the next sort of fluctuation of sequences, but I mean, I don't know what that would take, but that was my team that.
Well, they'd have to double it. Well, not double, but the number added to the number. You know what I mean? Like 1 + 2 = 3. 3 + 2 = 5. That's how the
but I thought it
Fibonacci
had to do with like the amount of titles or something.
Exactly. But
somebody's gonna have to like move. Like they're gonna have to. Yeah. I don't know. Either way, it's unique.
Well, and the 7. So I looked up at where does it all come from, right?
I think it just comes in between 6 and 8.
Well, the earliest known written reference to the number 7 appears in ancient Mesopotamia texts, such as the Epic of Gilgamesh. And it goes back to at least like the 2600 BCE.
Okay.
And basically it started off because the 7 planets, the 7 celestial bodies, those were the ones that were visible to the naked eye. So you had, the sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. Those were what were visible to the naked eye. Those became to them, or at least we believe now that they think in antiquity those were gods, right? So they based all, I don't know if they really believe that or if that was just a metaphor, but that's what they named him after.
Sometimes I just want to howl at them and listen to what they tell me.
Yeah. And that's actually where the 7 day of the week comes from.
Okay.
Comes from the 7 celestial bodies. Sunday, Moon Day, Twisday, Woomsday. I don't know, they were like different gods and stuff, but essentially it came from that. So that started off this kind of obsession with the number 7. And then through, this is some of the first written texts that like influenced a lot of the Abrahamic traditions, Hinduism. So in Hinduism, you have a ton of different number 7s and in the Rig Veda and all the different Vedas. And let me see, you have in the Epic of Gilgamesh, Enkidu and Samhat made love for 7 days. Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
Take a break. Drink some water.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, the gate of 7 bolts. And then Gilgamesh sleeping for 7 nights. Of course, after making love for 7 days, he had to sleep for 7 nights.
It was sad. Tiresome.
What else? I had some other ones. In China, 7 determines the stages of female life. And let's see what else we got. In ancient Egypt, there were 7 paths to heaven and 7 heavenly cows. Osiris led his father through 7 halls of the underworld. Right? The number 7 was a fundamental member of the Rosicrucians, who used it as an organizational basis for their text. I can't pronounce it. The Chismice Hochzeit Christiana Rosenkreuz. The alchemical wedding of Christian Rosycross.
Okay.
In 1459. The number was also central to the cult of Mithra, which believed the soul rose to paradise through 7 planetary spheres. The Christian idea of 7 layers of purgatory might be related to that. The number of 7 features prominently in folk sayings. Breaking a mirror leads to 7 years of bad luck. In Iran, a cat has 7 lives. Not the 9 of the Western myth.
So we got better cats. They have more lives.
Right.
Can't get that
Our
many
cats
lives
live
over
longer.
there. Our cats have more lives. Sorry.
The most common numbers in the Indian Vedas, like I was saying, are 3 and 7. Agni, the god of fire, has 7 wives, mothers or sisters, and can produce 7 flames. The sun god has 7 horses to pull his heavenly chariot. In the Rig Veda, there are also 7 parts of the world, 7 seasons, and 7 heavenly fortresses. Interesting. In the Hippocratic tradition of medicine, 7 rules the illnesses of the body, with painful illnesses lasting 7, 14, or 21 days. In Germany, it was believed that pigs would not contract hog cholera if they were treated for 7 days with water containing asphodel. I don't know what that is.
Oh, you've never had it? Dude, bro, it's really good.
You
They
never
make,
did a shot of asphodel?
They have like a great IPA, and then asphodel is great, man. Like, well, what does it taste like? Oh, ass and feet.
Right.
It's
Tastes like Malort.
Yeah, Malort. Yeah.
In Jewish magic, a fever can be cured by taking 7 prickles from 7 palm trees, 7 chips from 7 beams, 7 nails from 7 bridges, 7 ashes from 7 ovens, terminating in 7 hairs from the beard of an old dog. That's pretty wild, right?
Yeah.
So now here's an interesting. Now we're going to bring it down to like the mathematics of it all, right? And there's a mathematician who also writes for The Guardian named Alex Bellows, and he says that 7 is the only number among those we can count on our hands from 1 to 10 that cannot be divided or multiplied within the group. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 could each be doubled to reach 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. 9 is divisible by 3. 7, then, is the only number between 2 and 10 that is neither a multiple nor a factor of the others. In this way, lucky number stands alone. It's unique, a loner, the outsider. And humans interpret this arithmetical property in cultural ways, Bellows said. By associating 7 with a group of things, you kind of make them special too. The point here is that we're always sensitive to arithmetic patterns, and this influences our behavior, even if we're not conscious of it. So, even in math, which makes sense if you think about the way, the 7 works as this kind of unique number that can't be divided the same way all the other numbers can, and then combine that with the fact that what you saw in the heavens was 7 celestial bodies. You turn that into the 7 days of the week, which just kind of, that was correlated with the phases of the moon, and you created,
the phases of the moon, I think, is a big one for kind of categorizing our days.
Yeah.
And then the stories of the, 7 days of creation and all that.
Exactly. So, I think it all ties back to those, the first Babylonian texts.
7 just feels right. 8 would be too many days. 6 wouldn't be enough. 7 just feels right, And
it looks cool.
Do they draw 7 the same in every language?
So it actually does go back. If you go back to the early Arabic numerals and the Brahmi noodles. You ever had Brahmi noodles?
Yeah.
I think I'm hungry. But so the Brahmi numerals, where the Arabic numerals come from, it looked kind of more like an upside down J, more like a cane, like a hook, but it was similar.
Okay.
I don't know when they started putting the little slash through the middle of it.
I was going to say I'm one of those monsters that puts the slash through it.
How dare you?
I saw someone, nobody draws their 7s like that. And it was like a Facebook friend. And I was like, oh, I do that. I definitely do that. In fact, if you can see it,
What are you showing?
7 light years away.
Oh, yeah, 7 light years away. Traveling through space and time. And in numerology, 7 embodies the spiritual seeker, the thinker, and the philosopher, always looking for underlying truths and hidden realities. Doesn't it sounds like a catchline for the show? The spiritual seeker, the thinker, the philosopher, always looking for underlying truths and hidden realities. See? So 7, it's like the perfect Think Theory Radio number.
What are you going to do when it's 8?
Well, 8, it's infinity.
Yeah.
Right? The infinity symbol.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I haven't done that research yet, but I'll get into it.
Yeah.
I have a whole year to look up stuff. Yep. Maybe I can get some kind of some guest on that is, I don't know, 80 years old or something.
Not to talk about old stuff, but was it me or 2025 just flew by? Just completely flew by.
Look, it flew by. Well, I was thinking about that with the show itself, right? You have 7 years. It's one of those weird things where it feels like it went by really quick, but at the same time feels like it's been longer in some kind of weird way. You know what I mean? I can't believe it's been 7 years already, but at the same time.
Oh, you're talking about for that.
Yeah.
No, well, that's the same way with working here. The 7 years working here, it's has it really been 7? And it's
Yeah. But I meant similar with the year, too.
Thanks to COVID, the time-space continuum warped, and now we don't know anything anymore. Was it 2020 and 2021 was either 3 minutes or 3 decades? I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we made it out on the other side of the wormhole, and here we are.
Thanks to the Mayans. Thanks, Mayans. End of the world in 2012. This is all just an illusion, people.
So is this going to be the year that we finally get the decoder ring?
Ah, the decoder ring.
We got to plan that, actually. Yeah. We got to get together with sales. We got to do a...
Yes. At least do it as some kind of contest giveaway thing, right?
Giveaway or at least go out somewhere and give these things away,
Yeah.
Or check in at your local, whatever, yeah.
We'll do it at Illuminated.
Yeah.
The Illuminated Brewery decoder ring giveaway. Yeah. Give out some, some words that people can decode.
Yeah.
I don't know how that
Drink
works.
your Ovaltine. I don't know.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about some what historical events happened on January 3rd, which is today, people. Think Theory Radio, right after this.
You
You know that you can listen to Chicago's Progressive Talk on WCPT AM 820. Stream us live at WCPT820.com and on the TuneIn Radio app. Or you can ask Alexa, Siri, or Google to play WCPT from TuneIn. But now you have another option. We're simulcasting our programming overnights. 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. on WSBC AM 1240 for a clearer reception in and around the city. Chicago's Progressive Talk, WCPT 820. And now overnights on WSBC 1240 AM, where facts matter.
Hey Google, play WCPT.
Streaming Chicago's Progressive Talk from TuneIn.
Welcome back to Think Theory Radio. We are doing a 7-year anniversary show. Just having a little fun with it. You know, catching up, traveling out into the universe, into different star systems. Maybe that's why 3i Atlas was coming here. They heard Think Theory Radio.
That's going to make it on the bingo card. We got to do that, the Think Theory bingo card. So you mentioned the Mayans.
Mm-hmm. 3i
Atlas. 3i Atlas.
I did bring, I said ancient Egyptians.
Oh, okay.
I did.
Fermilab.
Yep.
Is it like CERN? Yeah.
Yeah, there's some more because like some interesting things that happened today. You know, it's always fun when you look up, you know, what happened in history on this day, or I think most people do it like on their birthday, like, oh, what happened on my birthday in the past, you know. This is kind of like a birthday. I think they're
It's the show's birthday. This is the observed one. The 5th is really your day.
Mm-hmm.
You're just choosing today arbitrarily for the 7th.
Yeah,
but we can
it's
go
close enough because we're not on every day,
So
I
now
couldn't
do
do
you
the
pick
exact day.
years that are divisible by 7, or years that have 7 in it, or things that happened 70 years? I don't know.
All right.
Yeah. You picked the 3rd, so it's not the true birthday.
True, but today is the 3rd.
Yeah.
And 3 is a lucky number.
Yeah.
See, 3, 7. If only it was 2027, then it would be 7-11. Anyway. There's a couple different Pope Leo things.
Okay.
The old Pope Leos, though.
Oh, not the 14th.
Nope. In the year 936, Duke Alberic II of Spoleto appoints his son, Pope Leo the 12th.
You can just do that.
Yeah.
His life like in 936.
And another one with Pope Leo X in 1521, Martin Luther is excommunicated by Pope Leo from the Roman Catholic Church for refusing to recant parts of his 95 Thesis, which started the Protestant Revolution.
Yep.
Let's see what else. You had in 1750 a tax revolt in Haarlem, Netherlands, not the Harlem that we know.
Oh.
And here goes. This combines today and more 7s and a part of American history. In 1777, General George Washington's Revolutionary Army defeats British forces at the Battle of Princeton, New Jersey. One of the very few battles that he won. He was not a very successful general.
No.
Shouldn't know.
The war was won.
True. Let's see what else you got. In 1831, first U.S. Building and Loan Association organized in Frankfort, Pennsylvania. I knew you really wanted to know that.
Interesting.
In 1842, Charles Dickens and his wife Catherine leave Liverpool, England. Liverpool, for America on board the RMS Britannia. And let's see, we got in 1852, the first Chinese immigrants arrive in Hawaii. That's kind of interesting. In 1853, Solomon Northrop, author of the memoir of 12 Years a Slave, is freed after 7 illegal years in slavery. See, it's all coming around, man. In 1924, January 23rd, 1924, King Tutankhamun's tomb was found.
King Tut. Okay.
So there's another
and in the
tie
70s,
ancient.
that song was very popular.
Yeah, there you go. In 1872, the first patent list issued by the U.S. Patent Office.
And it was the idea for patent lists.
Right. I have an idea for patent lists. You should patent that.
Number 1, patent lists.
In 1888, the first wax drinking straw is patented by Marvin C. Stone in Washington, D.C.
Oh, so D.C. was the first one to go woke with
Well, I don't know. Wax drinking straw. Was that like biodegradable?
Was it made out of wax? Just completely made out of wax? I'm thinking like waxed paper. Like it's like a waxed.
That's an interesting question.
You don't want your straw getting all weird.
Right.
Everyone talked like that, apparently. I don't know.
Everyone talked like this, see?
Even though it's even more old-timeier than that.
Yeah. In 1899, the first known use of the word automobile appears in an editorial in the New York Times.
1899?
1899.
Wow.
Gonna party like it's 1899. Let me see. And in 1910, British miners strike for the 8-hour workday on January 3rd. In 1911, the Siege of Sydney Street. Firefight breaks out in London's East End between Latvian gang and police who request army backup. First siege caught on camera by Path News with Winston Churchill observing.
Wow.
Very interesting. In 1912, Southern Pacific Railroad offers to bring the Liberty Bell to the Panama Pacific Exposition in San Francisco for free.
Wow.
I mean, there's a ton of stuff. I'm just trying, like, a lot of it is kind of.
Are you like? I thought you were just reading them all off.
No, because there's way more. I'm kind of skipping through because there's a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of it is kind of. I don't know who this person. I'm not too familiar with Greek political history, but in 1926, Greek gen Theodorus Pangoulis names himself dictator. I don't know. Also, in this day, I saw where was it in the 70s. And I was bringing this up because I know you're a baseball fan. Where did it go? Oh, this is kind of funny. Did we talk about the Beatles? That thing came up or no? In 1964, Jack Parr shows a clip of the Beatles singing "She Loves You" and says he understands that science was working on a cure for the Beatlemania phenomena.
What year would that be? 64, you said?
In 64, yeah.
Yeah.
Where was I have one? Oh, here we go. 1969, John Lennon and Yoko Ono's album Two Virgins is declared obscene in New Jersey.
They were naked on the cover.
It's true. Oh, here's one. In 1973, a 12-man syndicate led by Michael Burke and George Steinbrenner buys MLB's New York Yankees from CBS for $10 million. What a steal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it worth like $10 billion now?
Probably. Yeah, it's one of probably the top 10 sports brands in the world.
Yeah.
Probably worth about $10 billion and run by his sons. Probably and other people too, but Hal and Hank Steinbrenner.
Well, think about that. And then in 1977, Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs incorporate Apple Computer Inc. On January 3rd. A lot of interesting things happened.
It's probably just the day that the place opened, like the first and second it was closed because of the holidays. Let's go and file our paperwork, Steve.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. There was a Bulls thing with Jimmy Butler on January 3rd. Where is it at? I had it.
I was thinking that January 3rd was an important day in Chicago history, but it's the 5th when Mike Ditka was fired by the Chicago Bulls in 1993.
Well,
January 5th.
In 2016, Jimmy Butler breaks Michael Jordan's Bulls record for points in an NBA half, scoring 40 of his 42 points in the second half to lead the Bulls to a 115-113 victory over the Toronto Raptors.
Now, it makes you wonder, is that a Bulls record or an NBA record that was broken?
It says a Bulls record.
Okay.
At least in
It was
here.
like an NBA record. That it was like, yeah.
But if it was a Jordan record, it could have been an NBA record.
At the same time, there are people that have scored more points.
Well, probably, I
in a
would
game.
think that,
Like
Kobe, yeah, because he scored like,
yeah.
80 something
and like
in
Wilt
that game.
Chamberlain, and yeah, so no, it wouldn't be an NBA record.
Yeah.
But, yeah, but still, that's impressive. You
Yeah.
would think with 69 points. So you mean to tell me that Michael Jordan scored like 40 of his 69 or something like that? Or did he have a game where maybe it wasn't the 69-point game, where it was like 40 out of his 50-something points for and a half, and then like, he just sat for the rest?
I think it was 38 was
30.
because
38. Okay.
it was Butler broke it with 40,
40.
and
Okay.
I think Jordan
38.
was 38.
38 out of 69 still.
In 2019, the China's Chang'e 4 spacecraft becomes the first ever to touch down on the dark side of the moon. January 3rd. And then
gotta
speaking
go.
of Apple.
Gotta go, buddy.
It's time to go. 7 years and an hour of the show flew by just like that. Thanks, everybody, for listening.
7 o'clock.
It's 7 o'clock. More sevens. See you next week.
Listen to the Tom Hartman radio program every weekday from 11 to 2 right here on WCPT 820, where facts matter.
You're listening to WCPT 820, Chicago's progressive talk station, where facts matter and truth always wins. Stay informed, stay engaged.
NBC News Radio. I'm Rob Martier. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has arrived in New York after being captured by the United States in an overnight operation. Maduro and his wife were flown out of